This is a story of Dave and Sharon finally living their dreams of sailing to the Caribbean and beyond. Join us while we share our adventures from getting the boat ready and embarking on our cruising life.
So today, sitting in Georgetown, it's pancakes for breakfast. And it's raining probably all day and part of tomorrow, so time to do some inside repair work, like the water pump. Ah, okay. You didn't say that in there.
Yes, I did. I read it to you. All right, start over. We finally got to Georgetown. We heard all these great things about it. And we anchored, went into the beach. It was in the afternoon when we got there. And then the next day,
we heard a Mayday call coming over the radio.
And it was like the boater's worst nightmare happened.
Black smoke was coming out of the boat across the channel from us. And it was, by the time we saw it, it was up and across the sky quite a ways.
It was pretty much engulfed in flames.
So anyway, we had just met those people, and we found out who it was, and we had just met those people the day before at Chattan Chill, right?
At the beach.
And
they, it was a nice family. I think parents, a daughter, and a relative, and they had two beautiful German shepherds, about 6 years old. And it was, it was just so surprising.
Yeah, they had two dogs.
And they had gone into town or something, and but the dogs were on the boat. So the people are okay, but the dogs unfortunately didn't make it.
Yeah. And the fire actually happened in two different flare-ups. I'd say they originally there was some smoke coming out, and some of the neighbors went over and put the fire out. Now supposedly it was in the galley area, but they had put the fire out, and I don't think they saw the dogs. The dogs were probably hiding, as dogs will, and then the people left the boat, and a short time later the fire just went up really big, and it pretty much burned right down to the waterline.
Except the dogs passed away in the first flare-up with smoke and inhalation or something.
And these people lost everything. A couple months earlier, they had sold everything they had and moved on to the boat, and this was their first adventure, sailing and living on the boat.
So it was sad.
It was kind of sad. Now the people of the town were really, or the boating community actually, is what put it together, because there's a huge anchorage of boats down there, and the boating community put together a little drive to get clothes for them. They went to some of the local businesses and asked for donations.
Yeah.
And then they put together a pool of money so these people could fly back to whatever state they were from in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was quite devastating for them.
Yeah, and it was really sad, and that's one of the reasons why we don't leave the dog on the boat when we go off. We just take her, because you never know, and dogs always seem to hide in these tight places and you won't find them.
So be vigilant. Fire on the boat is
not good.
One of the worst things. It's probably the worst thing. It's much, if you're sinking, unless it's a big gapping hole, you go right down, but if you're sinking, there's a bunch of stuff you can do about it. When there's a fire, especially if you're not on the boat, you can pretty much say goodbye to everything you own. Mountain Cujo. Not much you can do. So we needed fuel, and so did our buddy boat, Arlo. The thing is the marinas down there we can't get into with our 7-foot draft, the ones that had fuel. Plus it was less expensive to go to the gas station that was on the street there. There was a marina we could get to, but we would have had to go quite a few miles south and in between a whole bunch of skinny channels. So Arlo and I took, he had some jerry cans and I did, and we pretty much filled up my dinghy, or our dinghy, with both our jerry cans. And then Arlo and I together went over to the gas station and filled them up.
Twice.
Twice. We had to run it twice so we can both get our boats filled. And it was a test to see if that dinghy could stay afloat with that many jerry cans in it. What do we have? Something?
A whole bunch of them.
Yeah,
10
or 11 or something. Plus the 2 big guys. And definitely couldn't get up on plane. Although I can do that with 4 people in the boat. I couldn't do that with all that weight.
Then that evening, we went into town and got to experience some of the nightlife. We met a young couple, Kelly's age, and they were there, and their mothers were there. So both of us spent time talking to the mothers, and Kelly enjoyed the conversation with the young couple. It was really cool. It was a very nice evening. We took some time to take a really long dinghy ride all over Georgetown, Harbor, Bay, whatever you call it, and came across some cool places. There was a cave that was not really a cave, kind of more like an indentation, but it was fun. We enjoyed it, and we stopped along some like beach areas.
Yeah, hit some beaches where you can. It was pretty shallow, so you just walked forever.
Yep, but it was good. Nice beach. Maybe that's a marina. Not sure. Cave in the rocks. At least I think it's a cave. It's probably just an indentation.
Beautiful sand beaches here. You just pull up.
So if you ever do make it down to Georgetown, like I said, there's a lot of boats that go there. So there's a couple different anchorage areas. They kind of meld together, and they so there's a lot of boats, and they actually run a cruiser's net on the radio every morning. I think it's every morning. Yeah.
Yeah, every morning.
And you know, there's a
I
couple of
think
different
it's
people
8 o'clock in
that
the
swap
morning.
off running it, and it's pretty neat because you get to introduce yourself as new to the anchorage,
And departing.
and if you're leaving, you can.
If you need a ride.
There's services. Yeah, if you're on, if somebody's going to do a taxi, they do taxi sharing on to get to the airport, or
Barter.
food runs or.
Yeah, that, and
They-
you can barter.
Yep, they have if you're selling or giving away something, or you need something, if you need help from somebody, you know, you contact them after the net is over for that morning, but. And then they have some activities they do. Snorkeling. They set up some snorkeling
Some trips.
trips.
Just fun things.
And then dinghy float, which is really neat.
Yeah,
A whole bunch of people go out, and there's a current that goes through the channel there, which is a very wide channel, and you go up a bunch of beaches and meet up there, and then you're tied together and just float on the dinghies and have some sundowners. One night, everybody brought some food.
Yeah.
You get to meet some of the other boaters that way.
Yeah, and we it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
We'll do some more. We'll do some more stuff here.
Yes. What was your name again?
David and Lizzie.
David and Lizzie on Sunset Trader. Peter and Nyla and Michael, who disappeared. Yeah, and they are on. What boat is your
He
name?
doesn't get in the water pretty soon. Like
What's your name? What's your boat name?
first edition.
First edition. Electric power, and look, they have an electric power dinghy motor too. And then these people are Claudia and Steve. I'm meeting a few. And then Matthew is in the house.
I took my cooler out, and there's 2 O-rings.
I think this
You're motoring out of the
guy
harbor.
is
Looks like it's being made.
Unbound Chris, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not
You guys
100%
motored right by
sure.
us?
And there's a whole bunch of
Almost near the tip of the peninsula. Yeah, when you go around. And we were about midway in the alleyway.
I think we have totally exhausted this dog. She's just sleeping
I still sleep outside.
at our dinghy trip.
I subconsciously pay attention.
So we went to Chattan Chill a lot, and we were anchored sort of right outside of it, and it's just a beach with bar, a little souvenir shop, and
Restaurant.
a little bit of a sort of a restaurant,
Yeah.
and picnic tables, and that's where
But mostly it's
everyone
a
congregates.
Socialized gathering place.
So we would go there, and Kelly had a paddleboard, so we would bring the paddleboard over there, and it was set up in the beach, not in, like in the water where you stand around, and everyone brought their drinks and just
Yeah,
had
most of
a
the
party right around the paddleboard.
yeah, most of the beaches the social beaches we hit on the islands, it's so hot over there. Everybody just stands
In the water.
in the water or squats in the water, and then you take your drinks with you. And said this paddleboard was a hit as a floating bar.
Yeah. We were having so much fun, we didn't do any videos of it.
Yeah.
Oh well. That's,
Next time.
Yeah, it's just a fun thing. So, yeah, maybe next time. And so it was, I have pictures, just a couple of pictures that we borrowed from Arlo, so you can see a little bit of the beach. And of course, he's in one of them. We went to
One of our side trips.
one of our side trips. We went to Sand Dollar Beach, and of course, we never saw any sand dollars, but they had a swing set, a wooden kind of what is it, like post and beam type
Yeah.
of thing, except it was log and beam. I don't know. Anyways, swings, so you kind of could swing along, and of course it's very hot there, and you could burn. So we're always wearing long sleeves just to prevent burning and having hats. So we would be there and just kind of swung on the swings, and it was fun to do. One of our days there, a bunch of boaters got together and went spearfishing, and they caught fish. Actually, it ended up being maybe 4 or 5 of them, but we had a gathering at one person's boat, which it was a family of 5 or something, but they had a huge boat. So we gathered there, ate the catch of the day, which was several different kinds of fish, and everyone brought extra dishes. There was music.
What do we bring? Hard one, corn, I think.
That's all I had. Yeah, that was it. We 2 cans of corn. But
So
that was
there's-
a hit. It went.
Yeah,
and then
there's a bunch of musicians on board.
So they played
some
music, singing, all kinds of fun things. We had a great time. So we got to
No, towards the end of our stay.
Yeah. All right. Towards the end of our stay, we went over to Monument Beach and hiked up a hill, and
The views were absolutely gorgeous.
yeah, they were.
You could see the Atlantic Ocean on one side and
And the
then
bay on the
bay on the
other.
other.
And
And then we actually hiked down the other side to the beaches on the Atlantic.
yeah, and of course, when you hike down, you hike back up. But it's not like a big, huge mountain from the north. It's more like just a hill. But it's hot. And of course, you can't have a hike without biting flies.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Still had them. But having long sleeves on and hats helped.
Right through my shirt. the name Monument Beach. We are anchored right there.
There's the Atlantic Ocean out there. Atlantic side beaches. We just came from right there.
As our last hurrah before we left, they had another dinghy drift, and this time they brought all kinds of snacks and potluck and shared all around. It was great. It was a nice ending to our Georgetown stay.
Where are you from? I'm originally from Savannah. We're at Silverfest.
We want to say thank you to all of our viewers who have subscribed and commented. We appreciate your support and feedback. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. This really helps us build our channel up so we can keep bringing you more videos.